Is background noise causing a problem in your recordings? Hi, I'm Simon, and in this video you'll find out how to minimize background noise. Whether it's your microphone, preamp, computer fan, air conditioner, or that noisy dog barking next door, unwanted background noise can really lower the quality of your recording. And it can also be a distraction for the listener. Trying to remove noise after the recording session using noise reduction processing is not ideal. It can be time-consuming, it can be difficult, and it can introduce distortion into your audio signal. It's much better to set up your recording so that background noise isn't a problem in the first place. But first we need to understand something called signal-to-noise ratio. In any recording you make, there will be some amount of noise. The aim is to increase the difference between the level of the signal that we want to record and the level of the unwanted background noise. To do this, we can either increase the signal level or decrease the noise level. First, let's look at some ways that we can decrease the noise level. Step 1. Recording location. To make things easy, start by finding the quietest location possible, somewhere that's away from traffic, kids, and noisy animals. Insects can be a particular problem. So, if possible, try and record at the time of day or year where the insects are less noisy. And if bad weather is causing you problems, you might want to wait until it passes. Step 2. Sound insulation. Sound loses energy as it passes through solid objects. The denser the material, the more energy is lost. So recording indoors is a great way to reduce noise from outside. The denser or thicker the walls, the more sound will be stopped from entering the room. For example, walls made from brick or concrete will stop more sound than walls made from bamboo, straw, or wood. Just make sure all the windows and doors are closed, because even the smallest gap will allow the sound from outside the room to enter. Placing soft materials like blankets inside the room are a great way to absorb reflections, but they don't do much to stop noise from outside. But I talk about this in another video. Step 3. Noise within. Sometimes the source of background noise comes from within the room. Make sure all air conditioners, fridges, and noisy computers are turned off. If a computer is needed for the recording session, try and find one without a fan or spinning disc. Otherwise, try and keep it as far away from the microphone as possible. Also, battery and phone chargers can be noisy, so make sure you're not charging any of these devices in the room during your recording session. Step 4. Noisy recording equipment. Another source of noise could be your own recording equipment. All recording equipment will introduce some level of noise or distortion. However, cheap microphones and preamps will introduce more noise than good quality gear. So always make sure you're using the best quality equipment available to you. Step 5. Microphone placement. Cardioid microphones are great for recording because they pick up sound that comes from the front of the microphone and they reject sound that comes from behind. So if there's a particular source of noise that you want to get rid of, try setting up in a way so that the rear of the microphone is pointing directly at the noise source. This will help lower the amount of noise on your recording. Increasing the signal. So those are a few great ways to reduce unwanted background noise. But to increase the signal to noise ratio further, let's look at some ways to increase the signal level. One obvious way to do this is to ask the language helper to speak in a louder voice. A higher input level means that the preamp gain can be turned down. This will lower the noise from the microphone and the preamp, plus any other background noise in the room. Another idea is to move the microphone closer to the speaker's mouth. The closer the microphone is to the source, the louder the signal, allowing you to turn down the input gain on the preamp even more. Now, let's look at an example. Okay, so here I am in my recording session, and we're going to pretend that this speaker behind me is our noise source. And I'm going to play some tones through the speaker, and we're going to see how changing the setup can affect the signal to noise ratio. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, there's no way I can record like this. It's just way too noisy. So first thing I'm going to do is move the microphone further away from the noise source, and then we'll see what effect that has. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so the noise is a little quieter now. But next I'm going to change the setup so that the back of my cardioid microphone is pointing towards the noise source. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. As you can hear, the noise is now even quieter. Now if I speak louder, I can turn down the input level, and we'll see how that sounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Finally, I'll move the microphone closer to my mouth and turn down the input gain even further. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And there you go. It's not perfect, but those are a few ways you can reduce unwanted background noise in your recording session. Well, that's all for this video. And again, don't forget to try out some of these ideas in your own recording sessions to help get rid of some of that unwanted background noise. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.